Donald Trump's rigged system road trip stops in Austin, Texas, where he's expected to reprise his new Clinton Cash Book Club speech at a rally tonight. It's all part of his somewhat retooled campaign tactic to try to shift the focus of this race onto Hillary Clinton, her email practices, and the fresh round of controversy around her family foundation. Here is Trump talking about the latter topic last night at his rally in Akron, Ohio.
The Clintons made the State Department into the same kind of pay-for-play operation as the Arkansas government was. Now, think of what happened back then. The amounts involved, the favors done, and the significant number of times it was done require an expedited investigation by a special prosecutor immediately.
Today, the AP reported that more than half of Hillary Clinton's meetings with people outside of the government while she was Secretary of State were with individuals who gave money to the Clinton Foundation in some way. And yesterday brought a new batch of troubling State Department emails released by the conservative group Judicial Watch that show messages between Bill Clinton's longtime aide, Doug Band, and Hillary Clinton's longtime aide, Huma Abedin. They include requests for meetings between the State Department officials and people who have donated large sums to the Clinton Foundation, large sums, in many cases really large. The Clinton campaign insists that there is no evidence of any policy being altered as a result of these meeting requests, but the documents have raised questions about whether special access was granted to folks who gave to the foundation. In terms of substance, Alex, my question for you, how troubled are you? Just as a matter of like good governance in terms of substance, and then what do you think the potential political fallout of this unfolding controversy is? In
a moment when the American public is particularly attuned to the idea that government is not representative of the people, that it is rigged, that there is cronyism, this could not be coming at a worse time. Independent of Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Huma Abedin, this is something that is objectively, I don't think, very good for American transparency and potentially for the democracy. As it concerns Clinton, I am flabbergasted that this is a problem they have not seen coming for years, given the fact that since even 2013, 2014, 2015, the activities of the Clinton Foundation have been at least criticized by the media in a sort of peripheral way. This is something, in the way that you want to get your tax return all buttoned up before you run for president, you'd think you'd want to get your foundation activities on the straight and narrow.
It is, first of all, let's say this. That we have to give this ground. The Clinton Foundation does a wonderful work around the world. It has done great things. And one of the ways in which the Clintons and their acolytes and adherents and fans of the Democratic Party try to distract and misdirect is say, oh, the Clinton Foundation, why are you attacking the Clinton Foundation? It does noble work in Africa. It does. It does all those things. Those aren't the issues here, though. The issues here are about access of really, really rich people in inappropriate ways to people in policymaking positions. It is clearly the case that if there is ever a quid pro quo that gets established where a donor asked for something and the State Department changed foreign policy on that, it's going to be explosive. We don't have that yet, but there is still something seedy and seamy about the way in which Doug Band is sending emails to Huma Abedin saying, this guy's one of our really good friends, try to set up a meeting. Sometimes the meeting gets set up. Sometimes the meeting would have been set up anyway, but it's just not the way anybody in either party should want business to be done in our government.
And you can't get past the number that the AP is reporting today, that 85 of the 154 people from private interests who met with Secretary Clinton while she was at the State Department were donors to the Clinton Foundation. Those numbers are a problem.
Yes, and let's be clear about this. Clinton met with representatives of at least 16 foreign governments that donated as much as $170 million to Clinton charities. There's no quid pro quo has been proven, no quid pro quo has been asserted, but this is what the Obama administration was worried about when she became Secretary of State, and it now has the potential of being a huge distraction at a minimum for her going forward.
At not a great time in the campaign.